I went to a boarding school, and it was a very new experience to me because during my primary days, I had not boarded. I had not gone to any boarding school. I was a day scholar. But when I sat for my KCP, I went to a boarding school. When I got there, I got a girlfriend from that locality. The school that I went to, it happened that it was a school where we had day scholars and boarders. I had gone as a boarder, and the day scholars that used to, there were some day scholars that used to, come home, go home in the evening, come in the morning. And I made a friend with one of the girls that was in Form 4. And, no, she was in Form 3. And during midterm, because I'd come from far, I went to school in Nyeri, and I'm originally from Kiambu. So during half term, because my parents were not very able, I could go to their home for half term, the 3 days, stay with them, and come back to school loaded with chapatis. We could cook chapatis from their wheat. They used to harvest wheat. And you know what, guys? That wheat is they used. I did a video about the miller man, the noisy miller man, when I took my maize to the miller for flour for ugali. And they also used to take their wheat to the miller man to make the flour for wheat flour for chapatis. So when coming back from half term, I could come back to school. I'm a boarder, and everybody used to come home from home with chapatis that would even take you for more than 2 weeks. I don't know whether they used to go bad or not. Imagine, and we used to lock them in our school boxes. And we never used to have the stomach upset. We could lock our chapatis from the opening day to the second week of the the second week of the term of the month, while we are still moving one by one with your tea in the morning. So I could go to her home, and because they used to harvest wheat, they would cook for me. So we would cook with her, of course, so many chapatis. And I would resume with them. And guys, I would rather have lost any other friendship but not her friendship, just because of chapatis. And in the course of the term, she could also come to school like on Monday mornings with some chapatis that she made for me on a Sunday evening in their home. And she would bring me those chapos. And you know her, she's just at home, so they're not suffering hunger. But us in boarding school, in boarding stream, we used to suffer hunger because food from school is never enough. So she used to be a good friend of mine, and I could give anything than not to lose that friend of mine. Why? Let me tell you guys, our friendship lasted until she completed her school. And I was informed too, and she did not, it's like she did not maybe go very far, because in the course of time she could pass by and visit me, and I used to feel very good. Then our friendship lasted until I finished school. And when I finished Form 4, I had a boyfriend. And I'm that person who did not wait to go to college. I remember telling you in another video that I later went to college after that. But this particular time that I deserted from home to go and live in my small cubicle, like I said in the other movie, in the other video, guys, the lady came visiting my home. And my parents told her that I had traveled to Nairobi to look for a job. And I told you that time that I was doing that sweeping job, and she looked for me. So she spent the night at home, at my home, and The following morning, she contacted me. I don't remember how she contacted me. And she came to my place. Guys, let me tell you, things can happen. That time that she came, she found me with my boyfriend. And, you know, one thing led to another, and this girl started tuning my boyfriend. I'll not beat about the bush. She started tuning my boyfriend. The girlfriend that I had kept for about 4 years. She comes to Nairobi, fights me with my boyfriend in my small cubicle, and she starts tuning my boyfriend behind my back. I think she had now entered in a different type of life that I cannot start describing here, because I didn't know there are evil people like that. A girl that used to be a very great friend of mine, I ended up knowing after many months that she even managed to sleep with my husband, with my boyfriend then. Because what happened is that they made arrangements how they would meet the following day. And on coming back from work, I did not find her. And I waited for her. She didn't come. Because, you know, she had to spend the night with us also. With me, not with us, because my boyfriend never used to stay with me. But the following day when I went to work, she made arrangements and went to meet my boyfriend secretly and even slept with her. Guys, those are the days that you could kill yourself because of a boyfriend. I don't know if it still happens today. But I later came to learn that my girlfriend went sleeping with my boyfriend whom I loved so much. And later, this boyfriend still continued with me until a time when my boyfriend later confessed. It is him who confessed to me that this girlfriend of yours that you keep telling me how good she is, I think you should stop calling her friend. And I insisted and asked why, and the way she's good. After that is now after her traveling back to her home area. And she told me, I want to confess because we are now in the youth choir and we are born again. I'm telling you, this girl trapped me. The day she came visiting our home, and we ended up somewhere where one thing led to another, and I ended up sleeping with her. Guys, I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I did not know what to do. And those are the days that if you loved, you loved. I really loved my boyfriend. And here, I'm hearing things that I will not even want to imagine that happened. So I found her a very bad betrayer, as she betrayed me. I hosted her wholeheartedly. I liked her, and she had liked me all the days, all the school days that I used to be in that school, where she really became a good friend of mine. And here she comes treating me like that. Guys, in life, you meet people like that. Would you do that to a friend? Or has a friend ever done that to you? Guys, like and subscribe to this channel. This is Never Age TV. Write in the comment section, engage, and tell me whether this has ever happened to me. To you. It happened to me, and guys, it was not good. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.